I wasn't gonna close the door, Gene. I heard you. And then I pulled the shame out. Like what? So guys, I'm gonna show you the place that they got for us to spend the couple of days. This is the large kitchen. Look at that. And we got the large living room with a nice table on the mirror. And that's the baby right there. Baby Grayson. Baby Grayson drinking milk. And Jocelyn's there. And Jasmine's playing like she's... And there's the rooms over there. They have some bathroom and one room. So huge. And they have another room right here with a walk-in closet. This is a full-on walk-in closet, guys. This is just... Wow. Hey, what's going on, guys? And you have a view, another mirror, and I think there's a restroom here. Oh, full bathroom right here. Boom. You can. Oh, you cannot see it. There's a full bathroom right there. It's epic. And William's Nintendo Switch, of course. He's been playing Fortnite on Wi-Fi or something. Pretty nice. And we're gonna go get some Indian food. Yeah. Ready? Let's go.
Dinner chicken number 49, which has a coconut with a curry, which is really good. We have a very good lamb dish number 57, which is a lamb buna, onion ginger garlic sauce with a very special sauce with tender pieces of lamb.
Oh, this is just delicious.
So here's a Belgian beer, the Rockford Trappist. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Excuse me, let me get a napkin.
No, that's very good. No worries.
Okay, thank you.
Acá están los de Jocelyn.
Any other guys?
¿Por qué?
Laughing. Oh, really?
Just Johnny. Yeah.
It's like steaks.
It's fried. It's all the characters.
It seems like he doesn't shower.
I just like all his characters. That's it.
Yes, baby.
Because I want a soup, that's what I want.
It's salt and pepper.
Okay, chulo.
You're the cutest.
Is that a book? That's a book?
What do you want? Yes, yes, yes.
It's very special lamb shrimp. What's that one?
Lamb shrimp?
Lamb shrimp? Was it yours yet?
This is your chicken. Hello? It's your soup, right? I don't remember what we got. Other one chicken. One more lamb right here.
Lamb?
Yes. It's your shrimp.
Yes.
Who got lamb?
I got
You got lamb.
And Gene got lamb. What did you get?
The lamb buna.
Oh, dude.
Chicken is
This is the chicken?
yes.
Okay, this is yours.
All rice.
Here.
Saffron.
Thank you.
No, no, entonces esto es tuyo, papi.
Very hot.
I don't know.
Thank you. Yeah, I think this is his.
Yeah. Esto era lamb
Me and you
shrimp.
got the same.
I don't know.
This
Yeah.
one and that one.
Yes, this is the garlic. Now you're gonna bring other side because
Yes.
it's very important.
It's very important. Got that right.
Thank you so much.
Please enjoy.
Thank
you so much.
Can I get my plate, please?
Baby, can you move this table over there?
It's Goku. You want one?
He dropped his car.
Goku. Okay,
It's in your car.
let's buy some, Poppy. Let's buy two. One for you, one for me.
Goku. Wow.
You wanna pick up your card?
Gene, tell Mo to buy you the Grindelwald and the headless neck.
You gotta buy it from Universal. It's gonna be more expensive. Right here. I want it here.
Are you gonna? I want to come back here tomorrow.
Let's just turn off the Wi-Fi. Dad.
Huh?
Right there.
They come out one at a time. See something? Hold on. I'll say it. And right here, your filter tips.
Look at it though.
Clip the box.
That's amazing.
People have literally stomped
Box
on
comes with a poker. It goes
it.
in.
Stomped on it.
Your joint or your blood goes right here.
Puts her whole hands on the floor like that. Something must really be wrong. Again, folks, the goal of these photo sessions is to socially acclimate Blue. We have her scheduled for a 30-minute training session right now. We actually started with about 5 minutes in the park taking photos. We've been able to extend that accordingly. We're up to 30 minutes. We're not even at the halfway mark right now, and it's already looking like we might have to turn back early. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I would love to answer any questions you guys may have. Yes, sir. Oh, pardon. Sorry, was it yours? Which question was it? Yes, sir, it is. She's a clone, so we created her in a laboratory. Very much like they did in the movies Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. Yes, you can. I like that. I like your style. I mean, you know what's cooler than a selfie? Everything. Everything is cooler than a selfie. It looks like we both got jokes. Nice. Okay, calm down, ma'am, please. Just around the dinosaur. What up? Okay.
Right this good to go. Right is
I like that. Yeah, so at all times we're trying to extend the amount of time Blue can handle a situation like this. The idea is to show her that we don't pose a threat to her, and actually to show you guys that dinosaurs aren't just monsters and predators like they're portrayed in the movies. They can be friendly and playful. The reason we actually work with velociraptors, they are the smartest dinosaur that we know of. The highest capacity for learning, communication. She is, of course, a pack animal, so the more that we could work with an animal that's used to communicating with another group. Guys, she's really showing signs of aggression now. We might really, I'd love to, okay. So folks, our line for photos is closed for now. We're gonna finish this queue. Everyone in line will get a picture, but then we're heading back to the paddock.
Isn't that here where the studio tour is at too? No, it's para otro lado.
What are Grayson? What are Grayson?
Grayson, Papi.
When we get down here, I just need to kind of back up. Change the diaper.
Special effects show at Universal Studios Hollywood. Woohoo! Yeah, I am Susan. Today you'll get a behind-the-scenes look at how we make movie magic. As you probably know, the word movie is a nickname for moving pictures. And in the early days of filmmaking, it must have truly seemed like magic. In the late 1800s, the Pettibone Brothers Manufacturing Company produced magic lanterns, like this one, which were widely used by traveling showmen, projecting images onto white backdrops. Imagine for a moment what that must have been like. You're sitting in a dark tent, suddenly the white backdrop is revealed and a single image appears. Then, when seen in the right order, in the right light, and at the right speed, those images seem to come to life to create a magical new world. making movies on this location for the last 100 years. In that time, we have turned out some of the most memorable film moments in Hollywood history.
Hold on to your butts.
And now, please welcome my co-host, Eric.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Susan. From the very beginning, the basic concept of the filmmaking process has always remained the same: to make you, the audience, believe that everything that you see is real.
Today's filmmakers have more tools than ever before. High-tech cameras, super fast computers, but they still rely on a category of effects so distinctive they are known as special.
And the earliest form of special effects are called practical effects, which are effects that are shot on set in front of the camera. And our first example of practical effects is models. Universal's 1933 film, The Mummy, made use of miniature effects, including scale models, like that one from its opening. And you can tell that's a model because if you look closely, the real pyramids do not say The Mummy. Universal relaunched The Mummy. Believe it or not, that Sphinx that you see there is this Sphinx model that you see here. This is the actual model that was used in the making of that film. And the attention to detail, incredible. The hieroglyphics, the scaffolding. I think Susan would agree that models are still a great way to fool the camera.
Absolutely. Another filmmaking tool that also fools the camera is the glass mat. In the terrifying film The Birds, the brilliant Alfred Hitchcock had matte paintings created to achieve the eerie look he wanted for the town of Bodega Bay. Take a look at the side screens. In this literal bird's eye view of the town, only the fire and the parking lot were real. Everything else was hand-painted on glass to create a map and then dropped in front of the camera. And then the footage of the birds was incorporated to complete the effect.
All very cool stuff. So we've shown you two examples of practical effects: models and the glass mat.
And there's also a category of practical effects that involves performers, not just props, practical stunts!
Did someone say stunts?
Please welcome our special effects show stunt department!
Yeah! We got some action in here, Susan. Chris came flying in over there. Justin was zipping in over there. How come you and I didn't get a fancy entrance like them?
Because we're wearing nice clothes. You may not know their faces, but you have seen their work in countless television and movie projects, sometimes as stunt doubles for some of your favorite stars. We have Chris Giacomazzi here, Cayman Casey, and our stunt coordinator, Justin Chambers. Welcome, gentlemen. Justin?
Susan.
Is it safe to say that stunt performers almost always double for actors when there's a fight scene?
Yeah, absolutely. Actors don't like getting kicked in the face.
Kicked in the face.
Like this.
What? Is he okay? Oh, yes, he is. All right, you guys can get set up. When staging a fight, the art of illusion is very important. All the moves have to be realistic enough to fool the camera, but without getting anybody injured. So the performers have to make it look believable. Let me set our scene. Exterior, dark alley, dead of night. A couple nefarious characters are hanging around. Ready, and action!
Hey man, you got a light? Come on! Get up! Hold still, man! That wall is funny. Stay down, man! Get back here! Come on! Hey, get up! Get up, you're fine! Get up!
others should try at home, right?
That is correct.
Great job, guys. Don't worry, they'll be back. Did you notice the sound effects in that last scene? All those dynamic punches and dumpster hits. What do we call those added sounds?
Foley! Now you've probably heard the term Foley before. It's the process of adding sounds to films after they've been shot. But how familiar are you with its origins? Jack Foley, he wore many hats. He was a writer, he was a director, he was even a stunt double. But it's when he began producing sound effects for Universal Studios in the early 20s that he truly began to make a name for himself. For over 30 years, he worked here on the lot at Soundstage 10. And if he couldn't recreate sound on stage, then he would go out and get it live. In fact, he invented a technique called direct-to-picture, in which he would add sound effects to finished films all in one take. And he had to be completely in sync with the action on the screen, because even one mistake meant he had to start all over again. And to help us imagine what that must have been like, please welcome our first volunteers!
Our family from Irvine!
Oh yeah! Thank you so much for helping us out, guys. Now they are going to demonstrate how these ordinary items can be repurposed to sound like something completely different than what you guys might think. For example, this water bottle could be used to articulate the sound of bones breaking. Check it out. Pretty cool, right? And you kids can try that at home because parents love it when children pretend to break their bones. Take a look at your side screens. We're going to show you a split screen. On one side, you're going to see the hit comedy Identity Thief with Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy. On the other side, you're going to see Universal's Foley artists hard at work. Now I have a plan.
You like that? You like that? How about that? You like hitting girls?
Oh yeah, that looks easy, right? We'll find out. That's a clip that they are going to Foley. But first, let's talk about the tools that we have up here on the stage. For Athena, she's got a crash box. It's a wooden box that's going to make the sound of crashes. For Anastasia, she's got 2 sneakers. Those will sound like running. For Grandma, she's got 2 rings of paper and a cutting board. Those will sound like bodies are hitting the ground. For Dad, he's got 2 boxing gloves. Those will sound like the punch in the throat and the slaps on the face. For Mom, she's got a cowbell. This will be used for the moment where the panini maker hits Melissa McCarthy in the back of the shoulder. And then for Arisha, this is where we get crazy. Really use your imaginations here, because these handcuffs are going to sound like handcuffs. Give that to you. All right, let me make sure she can see that. All right, that good for you guys? Fantastic. You'll be watching that monitor right there. If you guys are ready up in the booth, let's roll sound. Speed and action. Got the cowbell, maybe on a 2-second delay, but I really like Dad on the boxing gloves. It looked like he was dancing at a wedding. Guys, stand along this line right here. Now you probably noticed that the clip seemed kind of empty. Well, now we're going to put in their sound effects and we're going to hear how they did. Take a look and listen. Get over here and give me your wrist. Now I have a plan. Good. Excellent.
You like that? You like that? Sandy, Sandy, Sandy.
Good. That's the big finish.
Ow!
Nailed it. Give her a round of applause.
Well done. Thank you so much. While Universal has made great films in every genre, the studio really made a mark over the years creating some of the industry's most terrifying thriller and horror films. Let's take a peek. effects. Emerging from the shadows just behind me are the stars of our horror family, some of the classic Universal monsters. We have maquettes of Dracula, Chucky and his bride, Michael Myers, Imhotep from The Mummy, Phantom of the Opera, and Mother Bates. The perfect setting for our next demonstration.
That's right, joining us all the way from San Diego. Everyone say hi, Bernadette. Hi, Bernadette.
Hey. Bernadette was picked for her very impressive scream. Yeah. So, Bernadette, let's say that you were face to face with Norman Bates. Let's all hear how you would scream!
Hello! Yeah! That's what you want.
Well done. Oh, I'm right here. As you saw in that fight earlier, stunt performers have to have a very high pain threshold. So my question is, do you?
Well, do you?
Because this next demonstration involves movie blood. Does anyone know what Alfred Hitchcock used for movie blood in the original Psycho?
Anybody shout it out? I heard right here who said chocolate. That was you? Well, then you win knowledge. That's right, chocolate syrup, because Psycho was a black and white film, so it didn't matter what color the blood was back then. But nowadays, movie blood has to be much more realistic.
Thank you for giving us a hand.
Literally! Now, at this point in the show, I need to remind the kids, please do not try this at home.
Try it at a friend's house. All right, Bernadette, put your right hand on the table.
There. Let's go.
Come on, just hold it still. Ready?
Susan, what are you doing? You scared Bernadette. Put the machete away. I'm so sorry about that. You're a good person. We're not going to use a machete on you.
No, Bernadette, I'm totally kidding. Okay? Oh, she was going to hit me.
Oh, yeah, take her
No, I'm not going to use a machete. No. I have a sharper knife. Take a look at the side screens. Everybody scream on 3. Bernadette, 1, 2, 3. She's okay.
She's okay.
She's okay. This is a classic cinematic horror technique, a Hollywood blood knife. Take a look. This is a false blade with a cutout for her arm that comes out of the handle like that. Meanwhile, I'm squeezing movie blood from this bulb back here so that it comes out of a tube right where that notch is. Give it up for Bernadette.
Bernadette was amazing. Bernadette, you've been great so far. I got some of that blood on my pants, Susan. Why don't I give you her phone? I'll be right back, all right?
Okay. Oh, you'll take it. No, I'll take it. You can come with me right this way, Bernadette. I promised you a photo, right? So let me set up your camera and I will take your picture on our stage. It's the least we can do after putting you through all of that. So, and there we are. So let me pose you with our classic Universal monsters. Your spotlight is right down here. You can stand in. You'll be great, Bernadette. And on 3, let's hear that amazing scream one more time. Ready? You can face me. Just face me for the picture. Ready? Look at me, Bernadette. Here, we'll get a selfie. Bernadette, we're gonna get a selfie. 1, 2, 3. Right, this is see, we didn't even get it. We didn't even get it. Let me turn around. Bernadette is out of there. Michael, you go home, Michael Myers. Bernadette. Oh no, he's done. Bernadette. You should have seen your face. We can't. Oh, you didn't even make the photo. She ran out of there so fast. Bernadette, you've been amazing. Give it up for her one more time. So far we've shown you practical effects. Now we're going to switch to visual effects which are done in a computer, specifically motion capture. So to help me demonstrate mocap, welcome back my co-host Eric!
For those of you far away, I apologize, and for those of you nearby, you are welcome. Ladies! Calm down, sir.
Let's activate our perimeter sensors now. The dots on his suit reflect light to our sensors, which then goes into our computer and captures all of their locations. So, you're set?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see the capture on our screens down here.
Okay.
Now the computer connects the dots on his suit and creates the digital skeleton that you see. Here you can start with a T-pose.
T-pose.
That's right.
Cool.
We always start with this T-pose to mark the beginning of each take. That way it's easier for us to go, Eric!
You saw that?
Yeah!
Ha! Gross.
Take your left hand, touch the tip of your nose for me.
Okay.
Good, and now your right hand.
All right.
And let's do both arms one more time.
Okay.
We start with some simple movements so that we can calibrate our system. And you can relax your arms. Next, we do full body movements. Start with jumping jacks. Great, and a little bit you can just jog in place.
Sounds good.
So digital animators will start with this skeleton. Then they can change the aspect ratio, add a wireframe on top, and finally they can add skins. Using this technology, we can turn Eric and his movements into anything that we want. So, Eric, we've turned you into a cuddly, friendly teddy bear.
Hello.
But you're not just any teddy bear. You're the star of Universal's Ted.
Oh, sweet.
You're waiting outside a nightclub.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, slow it. That came from Susan. Check this out, ladies. How about a little bit of that? How about a little something for the ladies?
Eric, you have channeled the inner Ted.
Hot dog.
Ted, what do you think of the show so far?
That's why I watch these things. It's like a cool behind the scenes thing that you wouldn't know.
Thunder Buddies, Ted?
Thunder Buddies for life.
Let's hear for Ted and Eric. Fun fact, Seth MacFarlane had a modified mocap suit made by Phil Tippett Studios so that he could act and direct at the same time. Let's take a look at the genius behind Ted.
We were able to do Ted in a completely lifelike way and to use technology in a way that it really hasn't been used to date. What that technology does so well is it takes fantastical characters and makes them as realistic in movement as possible.
As far as technology has come with CGI and visual effects, some things just look better when they're real. Like fire! Let's take a look at fire stunts in some Universal films.
Say hello. Say hello.
Welcome back, Circus. Here, ready. They're coming in for a landing. Please remain seated and buckle. Remember to adjust the engines for safety. Everybody are still landing. Remain seated. Not yet. All right, you may now exit up at the Brazilian bus station called the Unicorn towards the exit.
Fasten your seatbelt and ensure all loose articles are placed on the floor. Once your buggy is in motion, please remain seated and keep your arms and legs inside at all times. Thank you and enjoy your swirl.